Welcome back. I am DJ Hazmat.
Yeah, and I'm Eddie Wills.
Yes, this is Matt and Matt Live post game brought to you by Jack Daniels.
Yeah, Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, and if they have it their way, they always will. But there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments.
And those are on us to create. So let's make sure we're making the most of every moment we have. Make it count. Jack Daniels, please drink responsibly.
Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered. Now, here's a word from our sponsor.
I've always wanted to do that.
I've always wanted to do that.
We'll have one of everything. I always wanted to do this.
I always wanted to do that!
Next round on me.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and pull up because, the Browns got that victory. Congratulations.
Shout out to Jack Daniels. You already know. Hey, keep them comments rolling. We appreciate all you guys staying up late with us. We know we're not necessarily used to all these primetime games here in Cleveland, and the Browns proved to be victorious today. I know it wasn't against a great opponent, but you play who's on your schedule, and you don't play down to your competition, or you don't play down to the level of your opponent. And the Browns didn't do that today, They took care of business from start to finish. It was a couple little things that we can nitpick about, but all in all, man, I mean, you can't be mad at all with what happened in today's game.
I'm not mad in a victory because we have to keep pace. Like, this is a tight playoff race. This is a tight race for the wild card. We cannot slip up because Baltimore is surging. Right. The Miami Dolphins are right there. And what we need to do is, we'll get into the game, and then we'll talk about the playoff scenarios after that. Shout out to everybody that's on here. Corey Brooks, Andrea Williams, Tracy Cooper, Kimberly, Daryl Gates is in here. I just want to shout out everybody. Of course, Chandra. We got to shout out Chandra. She's here with us every week, and we got a few newcomers. Nino, what does that say? Nino Twascore. We'll get into that in a minute.
Straight Cleveland Browns for sure. Yeah, man. We appreciate all the comments. Keep them coming, and just drop what you think when we drop our features as well. We're going to talk about, of course, we give out a game ball. We rate the coach. We grade the coach every week, Kevin Stefanski, and of course, we preview the upcoming week. So, we always kick it off with the game ball, bro. And since Jack Daniels has been so kind and courteous with us this week, we're gonna throw up a toast to the game ball as well. So if you were sipping on something during the game, you can toast with us right now. But I mean, who's your game ball going to, bro?
My game ball has to go to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I think it's an obvious answer.
The general of the offense. I mean, Baker Mayfield, 297 yards. He was 27 for 32. That's only 5 missed passes.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Very clean game for Baker Mayfield. He had the 1 sack, and that was because our third string offensive lineman got beat one time. But I think
all right. Not sure what happened to my dog right there, but I'll continue exactly with what he was saying. The game ball most certainly goes to Baker Mayfield. I mean, it's a simple decision today, as has stated. Only 5 incomplete passes today. Baker was throwing dots all over the field, and Haz will be joining us right away. Of course,
I took myself out somehow. I clicked the wrong button. I'm back though.
You a rookie, man. Come on, dog. You
I'm
the
sorry.
elder statesman. We got to keep it tight here.
So where did I get cut off at?
We are toasting to Baker Mayfield. We are giving him the game ball. Jack Daniels sponsored this week and every week with Matt and Matt Live. Keep them comments rolling. Let us know who your game ball goes to. I seen Jamal. He said O-line. You can't be mad at the O-line. You mentioned how our guy went out and we had a third stringer in there for most of the game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he came in and did a good job on the fly. This was our third string. We already were down to our second string because Wyatt Teller was not available for us this game. He has an ankle injury that he suffered in the Baltimore game. And so we had to go to Chris Hubbard. And then Chris Hubbard got hurt on the second play of the game. And why didn't they bring a cart out for him? Why did they do the whole help him off and watch him walk all the way to the tunnel? I didn't understand that. Like, get that man a cart if his knee is messed up before you do any further damage. Tracy Cooper says 10-4, baby. That's right. You know what I mean? So, like I said, my game ball is going to Baker Mayfield, who is proving that he is the quarterback for this team.
I alluded to it earlier during the halftime show. I got to get off the Baker hater train, and I was holding on to it. One, I'm so scarred. I mean, we've all seen the image of the quarterback, the Browns quarterback, the back of it with a long list of quarterback names that have come through Cleveland since 2001 or 99 or whatever they came back, and it's just been
Colt McCoy being one of them.
Colt McCoy being one of them. And it's just been so disheartening, man. And I don't know. I guess at the slightest, as soon as I saw a little crack, maybe he wasn't the one. I was ready to jump ship. But I gotta say, I'm back on the Baker train.
That's what
I like his attitude, bro. I like his attitude. I like what he did on Monday Night Football with his attitude.
You know, but when Baker to the critics' eyes wasn't playing so well, they didn't like his attitude. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I mean, I already knew that Baker could play. I'm glad everybody else, but
you're the chosen one, bro.
But I'll say that I was just looking. Somebody wanted to give a game ball to Olivier Vernon. Where is that I saw that comment too. At? Yes,
Corey Brooks.
Corey Brooks wants to give the ball because Olivier is doing what we expect Myles Garrett to be doing, and Myles Garrett. They're saying I heard him mention that he's still affected by COVID-19 and that he caught it. He had every symptom imaginable that goes along with COVID-19. And he just hasn't been himself since he's come back from COVID-19. But he did record a sack. So that gives him like 11 on the season. So I'll say that. Sean, what does Chandra say? I miss Chandra.
Yeah, she said I ain't a Baker hater no more. I'm not, man. I got to get off that. And really, just like I said, the way that he looked when Lamar Jackson,
that's not a Baker hater,
was doing his thing on Monday Night Football a few days ago, less than a week ago. And the way Baker came out and commanded the offense and scored those points, I mean, he did what he needed to do. So shouts out to Baker Mayfield. He gets today's game ball. And, of course, we toasted to him. So hopefully you joined us for that. Of course, we also like to give out a report card grade for our head coach, rookie head coach, Kevin Stefanski, who the Browns finally found after, I don't know, that the long list of quarterbacks I was just talking about, the long list of head coaches is almost as long in the same time span. So Kevin Stefanski's been balling this year. Obviously, he's got his team at 10-4. Today, I can't find any reason but to give him an A+. I don't know anything that we did wrong today. I mean, your kicker missed an extra point. I don't know. They did get to the red zone a few times in the first quarter. I was a little worried at the outset, like, what kind of game are we about to have? But they only scored 3 points out of it. So I give Kevin Stefanski an A+ today.
You gonna give him an A+?
Yeah.
Flag on the play, man. I'm gonna give Kevin Stefanski a B-.
What? Come on, dog. We gave up 3 points.
Okay, B+. But I'm not giving him an A, only because we should have dominated this team, man.
We did dominate the team, though.
Would you say that this game was exciting? Would you say that this game was?
It wasn't exciting.
Blah blah. So that's what I'm talking about. In the second half, Baker threw his 2 touchdown passes in the first half, none in the second half. It's like, where is the second half for this Browns team? Why can't we continue to put our foot on teams' necks? There should have been no, let's say that controversial onside kick had gone the other way. Now we have a team with life who can get within 1 score. I'm saying to Kevin Stefanski, you have to learn how to put these games away. Why are we punting in the second half? And why are you giving negative plays to Kareem Hunt when I need to win a fantasy playoff game? That's all I'm saying. I am not happy with him not being able to just completely put the game away.
Yeah.
There's still, with too much time left on the clock, you're giving teams and, hope. Teams should have no hope. when we play against them. You understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying. We gave up 6 points. I'm sorry. I keep saying we gave up 3. They got that stupid field goal when they needed 3 scores to get back into the game. They took the field goal.
Thank goodness Jason
quarter.
Garrett had COVID-19 and Kevin, your boy. I don't mean to be disrespectful. What I'm saying is the situation that Freddie Kitchens would be calling plays for this game.
I feel you.
And, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that they would have run the same plays had it been a different offensive coordinator. And Kevin Stefanski, you have to understand, you cannot stop applying pressure. You have to keep applying pressure. You know, like, okay, we scored in the second half. We get the ball in the we deferred, so we got the ball in the second half,
right?
But we didn't score on that first drive. It's like this is when you're supposed to put teams away. And I need Kevin Stefanski to understand that if you have an offense that's doing its thing in the first half, then it should be doing its thing in the second half as well. We shouldn't be stalling and punting in the second half when we look so good in the first half. That's why I can't give him an A. I'll give him a B plus. He's on the cusp of an A because we won. The score was 20-6. But come on, man. Come on.
You wanted a blowout. We just got a regular
no blowout. I'm booing, not no blowout. We should have had at least 30 points in that game.
I'm not mad at that. Big time shout out to Tracy Cooper's brother, Tracy Cooper, who always hangs out with us every single Mad Live.
Happy birthday to Marlon.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro.
From her,
shout out to you, man.
Is that your real?
Hope you got some Jack Daniels, bro.
Yeah,
get into that Jack Daniels tonight. Celebrate that Browns victory. Celebrate that birthday. I think you're being a little nitpicky, man. I mean, I get it. I mean,
I'm not being nitpicky.
A B plus is not a bad grade, right? And right. I'm not mad at that grade necessarily, but you asked for a blowout. We won 20-6. We really won 20-3. Like, they got the 3 points in garbage time when the game was essentially over. But
no, they kicked that field goal to put them in position. That's why they kicked the onside kick afterwards, so that they can try to get within one score. They were going to need a field goal, so they got the field goal then.
Right, but they also needed another 2 touchdowns, is what I'm saying.
Jamal
didn't do the hard work at all.
Jamal Singleton Sr. agrees with me. You know, you can't let up. Because what's going to happen when you play a better team? What's going to happen when you – I agree. We've already seen it, Matt. We've seen it against the Dallas. We've seen it against Tennessee. We get these big leads in the second half, in the first half, and then we give them up in the second half. These games that should be blowouts end up being close games because you don't continue to apply pressure. Like, you can't – and the running game – it wasn't working. Okay, we had one decent run out of Nick Chubb, and what Nick Chubb 15 carries for 50 yards. You know what I mean? They were ready for it. You know, look at Dearness Johnson came in and almost had as many yards as Nick Chubb, 4 for 24. Kareem Hunt, they stopped, and then you can't give Kareem Hunt the ball and run the same play that you would run to Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt is a different type of player. So get a little bit more creative in the second half, and let's put these games away when we got the team on the ropes, man. That's when you know. Did you see what happened when Baltimore played the Jacksonville Jaguars today? Did they let up?
No, not at all.
They scored 40 points. Even though the Jacksonville Jaguars only had like one score or something, they never stopped going for points, man. And that's what kills you. This is what killed us in the past. This is what killed us in the Browns of old. The reason why we had the drive go against us. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we had situations like that. The reason why even in the new Browns, the last time we made the playoffs, we were playing against Pittsburgh and we were ahead by a lot. And they gave it all up in the second half. You have to understand that in Cleveland, you need to learn how to put your foot on teams' necks and finish them off, because it's not going to work against playoff caliber teams. You can't get conservative. And that's all I'm asking. Stop being conservative when you have a lead. Keep going.
I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that one bit. Shout out to Chandra. She says her birthday was on the 8th.
Happy
shout out
birthday.
to all the Sagittarius. I'm not exactly
so many
sure
of them, man.
What that means, but shout out to you celebrating the 10-win season for the Browns, man. Big time. shouts out to the Browns as well, man. 10 wins. I don't know if I ever thought that we'd see this day, especially over those horrific years under the coaching of Freddie Kitchens and Hugh Jackson and that old terrible debacle.
Hey.
So the Jets won a game today. They came into the game as the only winless team in the NFL. They beat the Los Angeles Rams, a team who has aspirations of it reaching at least a conference
I see you, Demetrius.
championship over there in the NFL. What's that?
No, Demetrius agrees with me. Beat the hell out of teams to make the league respect us.
Yeah. They're going to respect 10-4. They're going to respect 10-4.
Demetrius, just beat the hell out of teams when you got them on the ropes. That's all I'm asking. Like you have the potential to do it. Don't let up. Don't take your foot off the gas. Full steam ahead. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, one player that might have helped out with that was Odell Beckham. Next year, hopefully we can see him back here and we can get over the hump with that little thing you're talking about right there, Has. But next week, the Browns stay in New York and play the Jets. Same stadium, right? Don't they play in the same stadium?
Play in the same stadium, MetLife Stadium in Jersey.
Yeah, they just won their first game today against the Rams, as I was just saying. And I got the Browns winning that game by about, well, I don't know. We only won today by 14.
I don't know what we can win
winning. I got the Browns winning next week at least by 2 scores as well. 10 points minimum. The Jets are trash. They're not trying to win. They want to hold on to that number 1 pick. And
they tried to win today, and they did.
And I think the Browns are better than the Rams. I think the Browns have a better rushing attack than the Rams in terms of personnel. And I think that Kevin Stefanski calls a similar game to their head coach. His name escapes me right now, but I think they play similar style play action off establishing the run type football. But I think that the Browns just do it a little bit better. And I don't think that we're going to go over there and lose. I think that you can mark 11 wins down for the Browns right now.
See, don't do that, man. I'm a believer.
Saying.
I'm a believer. You know why I'm a believer.
So I drink the Kool-Aid. Now you telling me to ease
don't drink
up.
the Kool-Aid. Drink the Jack.
But
what I'm saying is, you can't underestimate any NFL team and just act like it's a guaranteed win. So let's talk about the playoff scenario right now. The Browns are 10-4. The Colts are 10-4. The Titans are 10-4. The Ravens are 9-5, and the Miami Dolphins are 9-5. So we really can't slip and lose, even though we own tiebreakers against and I've been seeing that all over social media. I've been seeing that, and everybody like we're in the playoffs. No, we're not. Flag on the play. No, you gotta pay attention.
We're in, dog. We're in, bro.
We don't have a locked in spot yet. So we have to keep winning, because if we slip, we're not tied with the Colts and the Tennessee Titans anymore, because the tiebreaker only comes into effect if we end up with a tie record. So right now, all teams are 10-4. If we lose a game and they don't, we're in trouble. Because if we need the tiebreaker to edge out those two teams and they don't lose a game, there's only 2 games left. Now, the Tennessee Titans will be going up against the Green Bay Packers, and the Indianapolis Colts will be going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Imagine wanting the Pittsburgh Steelers to win a game.
But on the flip side of that, if the Steelers lose that and the Browns win against the Jets, then week 17, we're playing for the division.
Are we? I
mean,
don't think so.
Are we? We got 4. They still got 2 losses. If they take another loss, and we both are going into the week 17, and they have 3 losses, and we got 4, and we win the game, and we can't
win the division with a tie record with Pittsburgh. They have the better divisional record. So that's just
because we can't beat.
Calm down,
and we can't beat the Steelers. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
They're not unless they lose tomorrow night. Well, but we've already taken 3 divisional losses, so that dream is over. That dream is over. Let's stop worrying about winning the division. We are in a race for the wild card, and if the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts don't lose another game, then we can't lose another game. Because
I understand what you're saying, but I will say this: we ain't losing against the Jets. I'm just telling you that we are not losing against the New York Jets, who want to get the number 1 pick. I'm just telling you, if y'all bet, put it all on that. It's a wrap. So
they didn't play like they wanted the number 1 pick today. Maybe they have a different
they had
idea.
they had a little wiggle room today, though. They ain't got no wiggle room next week.
Maybe they want the number 1 or the number 2 pick to be able to make a trade because they feel like a better coach coming in will do better, just like a better coach came in and did better with Baker. Maybe they feel like a better coach will come in and help their quarterback that they drafted high a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So Sam Darnold was considered to be the top guy coming out. You know what I mean? And I don't think Sam Darnold's a horrible quarterback. I just think he's in a bad situation. And when you put quarterbacks in a bad organizational situation, they're not going to have success. We've seen it.
I understand.
Over and over and over again. And the reason I say any given Sunday, because we've been the team that has been on the bottom. We've been the team that has on any given Sunday have gone up and beat the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots when Colt McCoy was our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So any given Sunday, you can't underestimate any teams. What is Corey Brooks talking about? The Ravens behind the Dolphins sounds like a bad children's story. But listen, the Ravens, if the Ravens end up tied with us, they get in over us.
Bro, okay. You saw the graphic during the game. The 2 weakest scoring offenses in the NFL are the Jets at the worst and the Giants at the second worst. We just played the Giants in their stadium and gave up 6 points. Yes. The Jets will not score enough points to keep up with Baker Mayfield, who is one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NFL right now. They won't do it. It's a wrap. I seen somebody
not Matt with the Baker Mayfield
game. It's over with. That game is over. The game is over. The Browns can come back to Cleveland and then get on a plane Sunday morning to get to New York, play the Jets, win the game, and then come back to Cleveland the same day. Enjoy the rest of their holiday weekend. That game is over. I'm just telling you. Yes, shout out to Kimberly. Started from the bottom. Now we here 100%. But shout out to the Browns, man. You can't, however it shakes out the rest of the way, 10 wins. Nobody watching this right now a couple of years ago wouldn't have thought that we would be in this position. You can't be satisfied. We got to keep it going.
I'm not satisfied.
The new trend, I don't know. You always talking about national media and AC and Christian. We about to wrap. I know we appreciate y'all. But the new trend, Stephen A said it on First Take. And then who was it? Tony Gonzalez said it in pregame today. Cats is out here picking the Browns to go deep into the playoffs this postseason. Like, we are being heralded as a team that could be the best team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. And we were picked by Tony Gonzalez earlier today as a team that could potentially just go into the Super Bowl representing the AFC. So the national media is starting to get on board with this. It's not just us. Like, we hot right now. And the Jets are not going to slow that up. I don't want that to get lost in this.
Flag on the play, man. Let's not worry about what the national media is talking about. Let's not buy into the hype. Let's focus on beating the New York Jets and then the Pittsburgh Steelers after that. Let's go one game at a time, man. You know what I mean? We haven't been in this position in a long time. So, yes, I'm happy about that. I'm sorry, I meant to hit this. That's what I meant to hit. But what I'm saying is the national media was on our jocks last season. And what happened then? You know what I mean? So I'm really
night and day, dog. My response to that is night and day between last season and this season.
There's no players. What I'm saying is I'm hoping I'm getting the message out that'll get to the players. Don't get ahead of yourselves, Browns. You know what I mean? Knowing our history of getting right to the finish line of where we think we can go and then not crossing it. So I'm not about to sit up here and say that, I'm gonna believe in the national media we can challenge the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't playing as well as they have been in the past because they are making mistakes, but teams aren't capitalizing on the mistakes. Last week, Patrick Mahomes threw 3 interceptions in a game, and they
won
still
the game.
Won. Right. And then today, they were dropping interceptions thrown right to them. And so, if you don't capitalize on mistakes that team makes, which they do, then eventually they're going to get it. Tracy Cooper, one game at a time. Yeah, I believe it can happen too. And I believe that this is a good team. I've believed in our quarterback. I believed in the system. Our defense definitely needs to step up because we're not going to be playing the New York Giants and the New York Jets if and when we get into the postseason.
Good point. It's a good point.
Understand?
It's a good point. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us, dropping those comments. Shouts out to all the birthdays that happened lately.
Sagittarius is
got a couple
in the
of them.
building. I have plenty of family birthdays. I just had a grandson last week, Sagittarius. So shout out to my new grandson, Akai Deman Matthew Britt. That is his real name.
Good name.
Deman is like his second middle name. They gave him Deman. I'm like, these millennials, man, with these names.
Why you make me laugh? Why did you make me laugh?
His middle name is Deman.
All right.
But they tried to put an apostrophe in there. Like, okay.
Well, Baker is the man after today, man.
Yes,
he
he
balled
is.
out today against those Giants. He'll do it again next week. You could book it, and we want y'all to join us for halftime and post game next week. I think we got a
Tone Mill, I
regular
see you,
1
Tone
o'clock in the
Mill.
afternoon game time next week. So we should.
Sean Mill said
we
the
should,
Browns need to stay focused and stay hungry.
You already
Hashtag
know.
humble. Yeah.
You
You know,
already
but Jarvis Landry ain't a humble guy. That's what I'm just saying. He's just not.
It's a wild
Neither
one.
is Baker Mayfield. They're not humble guys, but you know, as long as they can stay focused and work out, then we'll be okay. I don't mind the bravado. I don't mind it at all, as long as we're winning.
I feel you, bro.
All right. So we appreciate everybody that checked in.
Happy holidays, Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays,
whatever you
Merry
celebrate.
Christmas. We have a Christmas game. There's a Christmas game, a football game on Christmas Day, even though it's a Friday. I told my wife, I'm like, that's
That's
weird.
wild. Yeah.
But there is a game on Friday, a game's on Saturday, and games on Sunday. So we'll see you guys. Make sure you check in with us. And you know what I'm saying? If you got some, pull up that Jack Daniels. We appreciate Jack Daniels for coming through.
You already know.
And I'm Matt. I'm DJ Hazmat.
And I'm Matty Wills.
And this has been Matt and Matt Live, brought to you by Jack Daniels. We'll holler at you next week.